Hi everyone, my name is Aemal Sayer. I build AI agents for SMEs in Germany. Welcome to part 2 of this Vibe Coding 101 tutorial where I show you how to build web applications using Cursor and Claude. Let's do it. So the first thing you need to do is go to cursor.com and download it for your system. The download instructions are pretty much simple. You should be able to get yourself a cursor instance, and when you open it, it should look something like this. After this, there are a few steps that I would like to explain in great detail. After the installation of this, you need to also, if you're on a MacBook, you need to open your terminal. Your terminal will look something like this. That's okay. Maybe not with these colors. That's absolutely fine. It should just work fine. I use a different terminal. It's called iTerm2. iTerm2. If you're interested in using a terminal that looks like my terminal, you can YouTube, Google, find out how to install an iTerm2. But before going on, you need to also install Node.js. So you need to go to Node.js, install Node.js, download and install Node.js. Again, you'll find a lot of good tutorials on internet, on YouTube, on how to install Node.js so that when you come here and write node-v, you see some information, and npm-v, you see some information. We'll do one more thing. Make sure that you also have bun installed. If you say bun-v, you can also find some information. And I believe there are a lot of good information on learning how to install bun. I'll skip also that part. So these three things needs to be installed in order to start. Okie dokie. Let's go through some basics of the terminal. It's very important to know a few small commands so that you know how to go through in your terminal. Right now, I am in this area, or in your terminal, it may look differently. It may look something like that, but if you just type L or ls-lah, ls-lah, this will list all the folders and it will show you where you're standing right now, okay? I have a project, a folder in here called projects. I want to go inside this project. I write cd, and then the project name. I think it's called directory or something. I've been using this command for like 20 years or so. So I don't remember exactly what it means. So cd projects, and then you put a slash in a project inside another folder inside that is called temp. You type temp. In your case, you don't have that projects folder, so you can't go in that projects folder unless you don't create it. So let me show you another command, mkdir. This particular command creates a directory for you. mkdir means make directory. Let's call it VB101, Vibe Coding 101. And then cd VB101 will take you to that directory. And now here you see that I'm inside that directory. And here we may need to create multiple projects. So then let's start making our project 1 as a sample project so that I can show you the very basics. mkdir, another project, let's say project 1. Project 1. In this moment, you need to open this project in Cursor. Go to Cursor, click on Open, and then you see this folder, open it. This is Cursor. What you see on the left is all the files you'll see, and here you'll see the code. Here is where your AI agent lives, and you talk to it, and then it does magic. So let's go back to the terminal and do something. we would like to build a very simple web application that does one very simple task, which is transcription. I'd like to give a little bit context here. This is a lot of concepts in web development will come throughout this course. The one that we are now touching is called Web Speech API. Each browser comes with an API built into it, and one of them is called Web Speech API. It's in order to know things about browsers or their APIs, you can search for MDN and then the API that you're searching for, Web Speech API particularly here. MDN is kind of like the central documentation for everything. It's called Mozilla Documentation Network or something, or Distribution Network, don't know that. But here you can read about Web Speech API, what does it do, and so on and so forth. And all the browser support that it has, which browsers do support it natively and which do not. So let's start from very basics. Right now we are going to do a very, very simple web application that does not include anything with React, Next.js, databases, and so on. We'll just make something so that we can see it immediately. And then in the next episodes, we will enhance it with React, with Supabase, with authentication, with Whisper, ChatGPT, maybe VAPI, and we'll see how it grows out of there. So let's go back to our cursor. I'm using a software called SuperWhisper. This is a dictation tool. It allows me to talk to my computer, and then it transcribes my voice. It's not a part of this project. It's a part of my Mac OS installation. If you want to install this, it's called superwhisper.com. You need to pay some money per month to use it and use the better models. I have a paid version, and I will go on and ask something. Can you please build me a very simple transcription app that gives the user a user experience where a nice looking CSS, whatever magic that you can do to make it look nice. I would like to see this as a microphone button so that I can press that button and then I can talk to the microphone, and then the transcription of whatever I'm talking in real time is displayed on the screen. Okay, so that's the transcription I got from SuperWhisper inside this box. I'm going to click send. I don't know what technology it's going to pick and what system it's going to build. My assumption is it's going to do the vanilla CSS and JavaScript thing, which obviously it happened. And we will enhance this in the next episodes with the Next.js app, and we'll add a database integration and so on and so forth. So the concept of vibe coding is that you don't look at the code that's generated. You just basically click on accept all and then see the result. So in order to see this, I'm going to move this window here. I'm going to close the sidebar from there and increase this a little bit more. And click on accept all. Now, how do I see the output of this? You go back to the terminal. Let's put the terminal also on one side. Oh no, the terminal can stay like that. It's okay. I like to see my terminal entirely. There is a command called npx live server dot. Type this command in your terminal. This will do one magic. npx is a command that should already be installed in your terminal. If not, then you can Google or ChatGPT on how to install it. Once you have it in place, then you can use any npm package and execute it right away. And live server is an npm package that allows you to create a so-called web server in your machine. It serves a web application for you. That's it. And dot means like go in and pick everything that is in this folder, in this current folder. We are right now in this folder. If you remember, we did CD project 1. Now we are in this current folder, and I say live server dot. This means spin off a web application server and show me what you have built, what is inside that index.html. By default, if you type here index.html, it will load this. If you don't have index.html written in here in the URL, it will still show you something, okay? All right, we saw this, that is nice. I'm gonna put this on this side and put this on this side. And I'm gonna copy this URL, close it down, and come to Chrome. Please use it with Chrome, not with other browsers. Why? Because this web speech API that we saw earlier on MDN, oh, it was there. This does not have Arc browser. And right now I'm using Arc. If it happens that you also use Arc, make sure that you don't test this particular example with Arc. Go to Chrome, test it with Chrome. All right, so I have the browser here, and this is not the right code, this code in here. And let's see what it built and what can it do for me. It's asking me for permission. Hey, can you hear me? That is working off the shelf. That is wonderful. So it produced a code without touching it with HTML, CSS. As it listened to me to do some CSS magic, it did some CSS magic. You can see there is this box with a border, shadow, like rounded borders, shadow, microphone that is like beating a recording state. What happens if I stop? Click the microphone to start again. This is happening, like it is working, absolutely working. So this is the power of vibe coding. You generate code literally by talking. Now, since this is a basic introduction of this part of the course, I'd like to give it a few rounds before I end this. I'd like to see a stop icon instead of a microphone icon. Let's see if I can do that. This is wonderful. It worked just off the shelf. Can you show a stop icon when the recording is in progress instead of a microphone icon? Most often this works. Sometimes it doesn't work, and then in the next lectures I'll show you how to put some guardrails so that you can go back to your code when something does not work. So apparently it is still generating, so I will wait for the code generation to finish, and then I'll click on some part. Okay, now I click on accept all, try it out. All right, so I just got exactly what I was looking for. I need a stop button. I got the stop button. So basically, this is vibe coding, and in this course, I'm going to teach you nitty-gritty details of vibe coding, including basic commands in terminal, basic GitHub commands, how to store your project in GitHub, and also the basics of pitfalls of vibe coding and especially web development. There will be concepts that you will need to know. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Keep watching, you'll learn how to do vibe coding and build web applications.